He could have been anywhere in the world, doing anything. Heck, you could have been winning the lottery. Matter of fact, you could have had the 6 numbers in the lottery sitting back on the island somewhere, drinking your favorite drink with an umbrella in it, just having a good time. You know, ladies out there probably got some buff dudes fanning them down, making them feel real good. And the fellas probably out there got a couple of ladies sitting next to them, shooting the breeze, just, tell them any old kind of thing in their ears, just for them to listen to what's going on. But guys, you know what y'all said? We're going to hang out with Coach Walker for a little while to see what exactly he got going on this week with another episode of Blow the Whistle with your host, Coach Walker. And I'm going to give you something crazy off the chain because I've seen a lot of stuff going on that just don't make no sense. And I'm constantly trying to understand, like, guys, what exactly are we doing? I mean, we're out here. I mean, we got fans that are just losing their daggone mind on these coaching hires. We got people that's upset with athletic director / vice president. I mean, it's just crazy out here right now. I mean, we got some movement going around. We got basketball games happening. We got some of everything going on right now, guys. So we're going to go ahead and kick this thing on off because you know what? We're going to talk about none other than Texas Southern. Texas Southern has themselves a new head football coach, and none other than Mr. Chris Dishman himself, former Houston Oilers football player, was a defensive back coach in the XFL for the Las Vegas Vipers. He was a defensive coordinator for the USFL New Jersey Generals. Now, he's going to come into coaching the Texas Southern University football program. This is his first time becoming a head football coach. So he's going to come in there, get everything together, trying to, put a product out there on the field that's going to be able to get out there and compete with the other SWAC teams as well as those teams that's going to be on their schedule. So we're going to sit back, we're going to watch and see how all of this unfolds and see exactly what's going on. And there's going to be 2 games that's going to be circled on their calendar. The first one's going to be Texas Southern versus PV. That's going to be a good one. I believe it's the Labor Day Classic. I stated last year, whoever wins that one's going to come out the West. I have to rethink. I have to rethink my stance on that one before I put that out to the atmosphere. But let me tell you something. That second game, I'm wondering if they're going to play each other, and that's going to be Texas Southern University against Alabama State. That's going to be a beauty because you know what? These 2 teams got something in common. And that one thing that's in common ain't in Houston no more, if you know what I mean. Yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. Andrew Body, quarterback 1, QB1, is no longer with Texas Southern University. The young man decided to go pack his bags up and go to the Gump. He's headed on over to Montgomery, Alabama. He's going to go over there and play for Coach Eddie Robb over there at Alabama State University, in which I'm waiting to see how this spring game going to go. Because they still got D. Davis over there on the roster now. I want to see these 2 young men get out there on that field to compete against each other to see who's going to be QB1. Now, if that don't happen, somebody got to let me know something, because could it be a possibility that, it might be some other stuff going on or a position change? I mean, help coach understand what's going on here, because I don't want to get overly excited about this thing and then come to find out it ain't going to happen. I mean, come on, man. I mean, fellas, talk to me, fellas. Y'all know how it go. You sitting there, boy, you had that dream about that pretty lady, boy. You're like, ooh, I would love to ask her out, boy. It's just, man, you think she gonna talk to me? I'm like, boy, you better go ahead and shoot your shot. Hey, that's all I'm saying. Listen, all I'm saying to you guys is this. I want to see these young men get out here, have a good time, compete against each other on the field to see who's going to be that quarterback that's going to lead the team out there this upcoming season. Like I said, there's going to be some great games played this season amongst all of the teams in the SWAC, as well as teams that they're going to play outside the SWAC. It's going to be some daggone good competition. So I just want to see exactly how all of that's going to take place. But, man, if you didn't get a chance to watch some basketball this past evening, you didn't get a chance to watch some basketball last night, man, y'all missed some good games last night. Southern University women's basketball team against Bethune-Cookman. Southern won that game 71-66. They had 3 players that was in double digits. Leah Fontenot had 16 points. Geneva Johnson had 14. And Kiana Morgan had 10 points. Now, Bethune-Cookman, they had 3 players on their team as well that had double digits as well. You had Chanel Wilson with 18 points. DeShante Edwards had 17, and Chanel McDonald had 12 points. Now, the men's game, that game went to overtime. Let me tell you, that game there had you on the edge of your seat trying to figure out who exactly was going to win this game between these 2 teams, because had Southern made them daggone free throws at the end of overtime, oh, my God, we'd been going to double overtime. But the funny thing was, how they got to overtime in the first place. I believe it was a 4-point play or something like that that happened. I don't want to misspeak on it because I was sitting there, I was just jumping around like, oh my God, this did not just happen. But these guys was out there balling their behinds off, man. I mean, I was watching the Southern game, both the Southern games in between watching, who was that, Buffalo and whoever the heck they played. Was it Buffalo and something, whoever they played, and then the Philadelphia game, both of them, I was just like, oh my God, I couldn't believe what was going on here. But and by the way, did anybody check on Jerry Jones today? Because that video they got of him up on Twitter right now, excuse me, not Twitter, but on social media. I mean, it looked like he was really hurt by the game that they lost yesterday. And I know there's a lot of you Dallas Cowboy fans out there that watch the show. I'm not being funny. I don't want to poke at y'all because a lot of y'all get upset with Coach when I get to talking about your Dallas Cowboys. But I'm just saying, guys, y'all please check on y'all owner because he did not look like he was in the best of spirits yesterday. And I know everybody was expecting Dallas Cowboys to win, go ahead and win it all this year. I mean, y'all say that every year, but I mean, it is what it is. But I'm just waiting to see who's going to be y'all new head coach. That's going to be interesting. I mean, some folks say Bill Belichick going to come in there and be the next head football coach. Then again, you might have Vrabel, you might have who knows? It's going to be interesting. But they talk about Belichick coming to Atlanta to talk to the people here. That's going to be interesting. I'm like, whoo, boy. All I know is this. He's going to need to get a new quarterback. That's what Dad going to show because the young man that's here in Atlanta, man, oh, my God. But let me move on to these basketball games. The men's basketball, like I said, the men's basketball game went down to the wire in which the Southern University basketball players at the line shoot 2 free throws to tie this thing up to send it in a double overtime. And he clanked the first one off the front end of the rim. And I'm sitting there like, my God. I don't know if any of you was paying any attention, but the young man from Bethune-Cookman, he pulled a daggone Kobe Bryant / LeBron James, and I'm forgetting who else. There's somebody else that went and did that. Who is that did it to the kid last year that now he was playing with Milwaukee and now he's playing for is it the Houston Rockets? No, he played for Dallas. They walked the old boy and tapped him on the chest. Hey man, don't miss the 2 shots. and my man went and shot that first one, boy. Came off the front end. Boy, I'm like, God, dog. I'm sitting there saying to myself, son, walk away from the line. Don't go stand at the line. Go walk down to the other end of the court and come back because you know somebody going to mess with you because they take it too long to give you the ball so you go and get yourself situated to shoot the free throw. So I'm just like, man, that was cold when that happened. And all I can do is sit there and say, man, this is terrible, man. I'm like, you know what? I really wonder what that feeling is like being on that free throw line. Somebody come do you like that, and you got to shoot them shots. Like I said, sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. But I know that young man wish he could have got them 2 free throws back and made them and sent that game in a double overtime. But for all in all, it was a great game. They're going to play each other again, and definitely I can see Southern University trying to get some get back in that game. Both teams did have 3 players that was in double digits. Bethune-Cookman had 3 players in double digits in this game. Had Deshaun Dyson had 19 points. Jacoby Heady had 19 points. And you had Reggie Ward Jr. had 15 points in this game. Now, Southern University, they had 3 players also in this game that was in double digits. As Terrion Joseph had 31 points. Brandon Davis had 20 points. And Hidejani Diamasi had 12 points. Now, if you're not checking out men's basketball, if you're not checking out men and women's basketball, y'all need to tighten up and get that thing together because guess what? Morehouse versus Howard, they had another great game as well, in which that game came down to the wire also, in which Howard was able to secure the win in the within the last couple of minutes of the game, in which they were finally able to secure a lead and push that lead up to 5. It ballooned up to as far as 6 points in the end when Howard was on the line shooting free throws. Howard ended up winning the game 78-72, in which the Maroon Tigers had 3 players in double digits. You had Cedric Taylor III had 21 points. Amon Decker had 17 points, and Damon Mitchell had 10 points. Now, the Bisons, they had 3 players in double digits as well. You had Towns had 27 points. Marcus Dockery had 16, and Bryce Harris had 14 points in the game. Again, Howard University was able to get out of there with that win against Morehouse College. And guys, I got to say once again, that was another phenomenal game. So if you wasn't there to check that game out, y'all missed out on some great stuff. Matter of fact, did you check out, hey, I got a game just off the top that I'm going to say something about right now. The young lady from South Carolina dunked on daggone Kentucky ball player tonight in the game. Oh, my God. Number 2, she stuck one on him, boy. Hey, listen, y'all better look here. This basketball season is off the chain. Again, somebody asked me, like, Coach, they didn't know that I was watching MEAC basketball as well as SIAC, CIAA, as well as the SWAC. Look, I had 4 monitors going on at one time at work. I had 3 monitors and a TV going, sitting there watching what was going on. So, guys, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. I love sports, guys. So y'all gonna hear me talk about a lot of different things. And if there's something in particular that you want me to touch on as far as a topic, send me leave a message in the comments. Let me know if it's something that y'all want me to talk about. Coach, go ahead and jump on that thing. We're gonna go ahead and add it to the show. Y'all know what time it is with this thing. But listen, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna move past that. We're gonna move past basketball, get back into football right about now. Cause they're like, Coach, you all over the place, brother. What's going on, man? Tighten up with this thing. Look here, guys. Y'all already know when I get to do these segments, I get to let my hair down and have some fun. Well, wait. This hair right here. I get to let this hair down just a little bit and have a good time. So y'all know what time it is, right? But today is the day. This is the day. Today is the day where a meeting's going to take place to find out who could possibly be the next head football coach of the FAMU Rattlers football team. If it ain't to find out who it's going to be, it's going to find out who the athletic director / vice president, Ms. Sykes, who she's going to nominate for that position for the board to go ahead and say, okay, yay or nay. We're going to find out who that person is today, because I know a lot of folks out there are looking to find out exactly which direction this thing going to go, because there's some people out here that's mad and upset. I mean, guys, let me stop right here. Let me stop with this. I can understand everybody's upset, about head coach Willie Simmons leaving to go to Duke. And the nasty stuff that I'm seeing online concerning this lady, it ain't gonna help bring him back. It's not. But I'm gonna say this though. If he wanted to stay, he would have stayed. Regardless of what was going on, if he wanted to stay, he'd have stayed. He chose he wanted to go, broaden his horizons as far as with coaching on the next level. Hey, let's salute that man. Let him go do what he got to do. Like I said, I'm proud of him for, coming in and doing what he got to do, doing what he did to do. Excuse me. I'm proud of what he was able to do while he was at FAMU. And now he's moved on to go coach at a Power 5 institution in which he's looking to, get himself on that level so he can become a head coach up there. Salute the coach. Do your thing, coach. I'm proud of you. And like I said, regardless of whoever becomes the next head football coach at FAMU University, y'all either going to like them or you're not going to like them. If they don't live up to the hype or they don't live up to what you expect from that football team come next season, guess what? We're going to be right back here in the same position again where y'all be hollering, screaming about get this person out of here. It could be the person that's already nominated as the current interim head football coach, who, by the way, I think is going to become who I do believe is going to become the next head football coach of the FAMU Raleigh football team. And I'm going to tell you the reason why I say that in 1 second, because, hey, y'all HE double hockey sticks. Boy, I ain't gonna play no game with y'all. FAMU, y'all off the chain, man. I'm just gonna say that right now. Y'all are off the chain. But yeah, like I said, it's regardless of whoever's named as the next head football coach, interim, next term, out term, around term, whoever the term is. I mean, y'all ain't gonna care nothing about. If they ain't winning, guess what? Y'all gonna be on their neck. Same way y'all's on everybody's neck about this thing right now. Hey, no lies detected. Any lie? I don't see no lies detected. No lies floating around here detected. I'm just saying. But I will say this: you guys did lose the director of recruiting. Coach Rich Press is going to Colorado University to make him. He made a move up there with Deion Sanders to go ahead and position himself to continue to keep doing the things that he need to do as far as with bringing athletes into the program. One thing for certain I say is this: the young man definitely has a strong pipeline that he was building up in Florida, getting those athletes to come into the FAMU program prior to them hearing about head coach Willie Simmons getting ready to move on to go coach over at Duke. I'll say this right now. I was one that was sitting here looking at you guys' schedule or looking at a couple of teams that you guys got to play next season, and was saying to myself, they could very well go in there and give them folks the business, depending upon who's the quarterback that's coming into the football program. Now, I believe they had originally the guy from FAU was supposed to be coming, and I'm just sitting there saying, woohoo, if this young man can ball, we're gonna have a problem out here. And let's see if FAMU can go out here and get after it. That's just me. That's just me looking at it from the beginning. I'm looking at it on paper right now. But then I got to look at some film to say, okay, maybe, Yeah. You get what I'm saying. But what I'm getting at here is, yes, Coach Riz is gone. He's moved on to Colorado to be with to work with Deion Sanders to get them situated up there as far as what they're looking to do with their program. But I will say one thing. I will say one thing for certain is this: that there's rumblings out there, and the $1 million question is it a possibility that another coach might be going? I'm just asking. I'm not saying, yeah, that's what happened. I heard. Nope. I'm just saying some rumblings out there. I'm asking questions. But I do know one coach for certain that won't be coming to FAMU, and that's Coach Gibbs over there at Fort Valley State University. They gave that man an extension. So FAMU, thank you for all of the chaos that y'all gave that man unnecessarily for him to get the extension over there. Like I said, some of that chaos that man got wasn't even necessary. Because the one thing that I'm sitting here, I'm wondering is this. I'm wondering if I'm just hoping Coach wasn't like one of the ones that's been married for like 20 some odd years or something like that. Because boy, y'all could be doing some major damage, boy, to them folks' houses, boy. Putting that crazy stuff out there, man. Look here. Listen, man. All I know is everybody in the HBCU space has got ties to one another in one way, shape, or fashion. Either they went to school with somebody, played ball with somebody, they knew each other somewhere, along the lines as they was coming through the ranks or whatever have you. And a lot of times people feel comfortable with bringing folks in around them that they know that they can trust is going to have their back as far as what's going on. I mean, we see it all the time. I'm like, come on, guys. We've seen coaches that have been hired at certain programs that people have been upset and complaining about, didn't understand how the heck they got their daggone job, but they knew somebody over there in that program that helped them get there. You get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm like, guys, come on, man. I'm being funny. I'm being sarcastic with what I'm saying because I'm just like, dang, bro. Boy, I'd hate to come home that day, boy. My wife sitting there looking at me, son, you want to tell me what this all about? Because she getting a text message. Hey, girl, you see this stuff they say about you? Like, boy, come on, dog. Come on, dog. You already know what time it is with that. But I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, Coach got him, he did get him an increase over there at Fort Valley State University. Like I said, Coach Gibbs was over there doing a phenomenal job. The man's been over there busting it out. They went 8-3 last year. I think they went 8-2 the year before that. The man knows how to win. He's able to bring the athletes into the program for them to get out there and compete. Keep one thing in mind. They don't have all the scholarships that FCS schools have. So y'all think about that for a minute. And if you didn't catch where I'm going with that, I'm gonna explain it to you in due time. Because trust and believe, when all of the dominoes fall on the table, when everything hits the table, we sit and said, okay, cool, we got to understand what's happening. That's when I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna say, damn, Coach, listen. All I'm saying to you is this: I honestly believe in athletic director / vice president Sykes. Just thinking outside the box, as far as like where she could possibly, why she was thinking about making that move in the first place. I think she had a little forward thinking as far as what was going on. I don't think it was more so trying to tear stuff down as far as, what many people think. Because there's a lot of stuff out there that's transpiring or transpired that we don't know nothing about. That's been Agent Orange, Platoon Battalion, G14, classified. Just saying. We don't have all of the pieces. So that's why I'm saying right now, y'all see me being silly with it. When y'all see me come back with that stern conversation, like, yeah, well, whoop de whoop, don't, hey, y'all gonna be sitting there like, hold on, Coach, wait. I'm just saying, guys, let's give the lady a little grace. This is her first time. This is her first go around. We're trying to get this right. So we gotta wait and see how this gonna go because regardless of the fact, like I said before, it don't matter who it could be. It could be, listen, they can bring Mike Vick in there to come coach the daggone team, and guess what? Even if he don't get it right, they gonna be mad. They can bring Ward Dunn. They can bring Dan Marino. They can bring anybody. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say his name because that's gonna start up a whole bunch of garbage. I'm not even gonna mention that guy name. But they can bring him in there, and they can bring any of them guys in there. And guess what? It's still not going to pan out to what somebody's expected it to be. That's the point I'm making. But you know what? I got one more for y'all. Then we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here because I would expect this to be that long. But our good friend here, Fred McNair, former Alcorn State head football coach, who many thought he was going to be hired over at Texas Southern as the new head football coach. He did not get the position in which I was expecting him to get the position because, as stated before in the previous show, he has ties as far as with coming in there and being able to recruit in Houston as well as in Texas to get those athletes to come into the Alcorn State football program. Now, one thing I'm wondering is, since Coach McNair has not been tapped on the shoulder to come in and be a head coach over a football program, my question to many of y'all is, coaches out there, y'all do need a quarterback coach for your quarterbacks in your programs, right? Who's making the call? Hold on me. It is on. Coaches out there, y'all do have quarterbacks that's in your programs that need some help, right? Who's making that call to bring Coach McNair into the program to become your quarterback coach? Because guess what? Whoever comes out of the SWAC next season, their quarterback is going to be on point as far as what needs to be done for them to get that thing rolling, get that offense rolling out there on the field. There's going to be a total of what? You got Andrew Body over at Alabama State. You got Miles Crowley that's over at Grambling State. I forgot the young man's name over at Arkansas Pine Bluff, if he's still there. And then you may have a young man that's down at Bethune-Cookman. Other than that, where's the rest of your quarterbacks at? Every other team out there is going to have a new quarterback. Oh, excuse me. Any young man that came in for Body last season over at Texas Southern, you got 5 quarterbacks out of 12. My question is, who's going to call Coach McNair to come in and be the quarterback's coach to make sure that your quarterback is on point to get out there and do what he needs to do on the field this season? If you haven't paid close attention to what's going on, Coach McNair has had quarterbacks coming in his program while he was the head coach over at Alcorn State University for 6 years. Made sure that them quarterbacks was on point, doing what needs to be done to run the offense. I'm just asking a question. Even though he's not the head football coach over a program, he still can get out there and coach, which is something that he loves to do. So, Coach McNair don't need me to speak for him, but I'm just asking the question. Who's going to make that call to Coach Fred McNair? Because I know everybody's quarterback ain't on point. It's going to be, excuse me, I'm sorry. I forgot about Alabama A&M. Their quarterback is still over there as well. I'm sorry. Langford is still over there. But the $1 million question is with that program is, are they gonna stick with the quarterback, or are they gonna flip a coin to find out which quarterback gonna play which week? Coach Maynard, I'm sorry, I had to say it, but I'm just being honest with you. But we're gonna find out exactly how this goes. But guys, Coach gonna go ahead and get up on out this thing. Like I said, leave your questions down below. Let me know what your thoughts are on the show itself. Leave your questions down below on the questions that you want me to answer during the next show. And guess what? If I get some good questions, I'm gonna put them on the show. We're gonna talk about them. I'm gonna add that to the show. Because guess what? I thank all of y'all for coming to rock with me, because you could have been anywhere in this world, but you chose to hang out with me, your favorite coach, your host of Blow the Whistle. But guys, Coach gonna go ahead and get up on out this thing. And like I always like to say, be the one and lead.